Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at Loop 1. It's called, oh no, sorry, it's not called Loop 1. It's called One Loop. One Loop. One Loop by Caelum Audio. You know, who do the tape machine simulator, emulator, cassette tape from last week. Tape cassette. So, let me get to my live stream and see who's here. So we're going to be doing some looping. So we seem to be having a lot of loopers lately. Yes. Loopers tremendous. Okay, so if someone would like to just make a comment to say, Caelum Audio. Oh, hey, hi. Yes, I hope you enjoy. I've been enjoying it all day. I think it's fab. Hi, Hozza. So Caelum Audio is here as well. Gabriel from Caelum Audio, the developer. So I hope you're doing well, Gabriel. So let me start by explaining a little bit about what this is. See, we have a few people here now. Okay, so One Loop. One Loop is super cool. And if you've got any questions, the developer is here as well. So here we go. What have we got here? So going along the top here, we see we have our loop. This is our main record function here. We just hit this and it gives us a counting of up to 4 bars. We can choose the length of the counting. We can also choose the metronome type, lots of drums, or if you just like an ordinary metronome. Caelum Audio very well. Our app developer David is watching live too. Hi, David, even though you haven't commented yet, but hello, how are you doing? Then we have effects that we can apply. Then we have these layers. Now the layers are your loops. Now don't be fooled. It's a 10 layer looper basically. Hey, hi Daniel, how are you doing? And then we have a mixer here. So input, loop, metronome, master. The layers each have individual volumes on them as well, and you can sort them out into groups. So you can loop as much as you like over one particular loop, as you will see. And then you have a very cool saving system here where it just saves from the Files app, so you can get all your stems in your loops into your other doors via the Files app. What this does not do, guys, is record from, I don't think it does anyway, but I'm sure I'll be corrected if I'm wrong, but I don't think it records from audio bus or things like that. I think it's meant to be an audio input recorder. Let us have a look at the settings here. I'm using my Steinberg, and I'm using channels 3 and 4, which are recording the MODXO. So you can do audio input. You also have an incredible amount of, if I just go to assign MIDI, you can assign MIDI to everything here. Everything. Can it be used in, no, it's basically standalone for recording audio in, like if you've got it's like a lot of loopers actually, but if you've got like a guitar, or it'll work off the iPad microphone and stuff. So I'm using the MODX. Loopers are brilliant for getting ideas down, really good ideas, but this does it's really nice and easy to use as well. It's nice that it's got assignable MIDI. So if you've got Bluetooth pedal controller or whatever MIDI, anything like that, you know. I'm glitching, don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's you, Hosen, either, but we shall soon see as we start to use it. Anyway, let me just show you this. Let's go into metronome. What's really nice here is you can have your counting. I'm going to put my counting up to 2 bars. You can set the tempo. You can set the beats per bar if you like, but metronome. But you have hip hop beat 1 and you have basic metronome, okay? And then you have hip hop. I've got it on hip hop beat 1, still like that. And then you have some rock, pop, EDM. These are just your metronome settings, which is very, hi Colin, how you doing? Is it free? Basic version is free. And then there's a $3.99 IAP. And to be honest with you, they sent me the code for the IAP. I honestly don't, because I never tried the free version, so I don't actually know what you get with free and what you don't get with free. So, but they're here, so I'm sure they'll tell you. Anyway, let me show you how easy this goes. Let's go to loop. When I press record now here, this thing in the middle, it's going to give me a 4-bar counting, and I can record for as long as I like until I press it again, or if you've got a MIDI foot pedal controller, until you press that. So watch this, right? So we'll get a counting. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now, I've just recorded that. Oh, I think I recorded 2 bars. Now, if you see there, let's just stop that so it goes back to the beginning of the loop. You see there it says 1 of 10. So you actually have 10 individual tracks that you can record to. If you want to delete the last track you've recorded, you hold this and drag it down like that, and then it's gone. That's the metronome. The metronome is very cool. So let me quickly show you also the overdubbing feature, okay? So let's go with this. So I recorded 4 bars. Choose a different sound. Press overdub. Now you see, I could carry on and still have only used my second track. Until I press stop again. So once you've recorded your second loop, you can just, it'll loop for the 4 times or the amount you initially recorded for. Then you can just record as long as you like. It's great. It's great. So, I mean, you know, I think that's really easy to use. So let's dig in a bit more, shall we? So let's scrap that because it was rubbish. We don't want to save that or do anything like that. So I'll just, if I want to delete my last recording, or delete all of them, just swipe up like that. So let's have a listen to a few more of the metronome. So we can have the metronome play during our counting, during recording, or during playback, so that we have a choice of how that metronome works. So let's do something else now. Excuse me. Let me find a sound that's more kind of, I don't know, a bit mellower than that, I think. So I'll do like something like gotta find the sound here, you know what I mean? I'll go with it. Let me just do a piano. I'm in the wrong category, bang, that's why. Duh. So I'll just do piano. So we go back to our loop here, and I also I can change my counting out. Actually, I'll change it to 1. So 1 bar counting. I'll change the beat to I'll change it to a rock beat this time, just for fun, people. And we can audition our metronome if we just go back and press play. Very cool. I like that. That's very nice. Okay, so if I hit record again now, got a 1 bar counting, then I'll loop for 2 bars. Okay, so 3, 4. Four bars then. Change the sound. I'll record that. Actually, I'll go into my mixer. Sorry, my layers. Turn the volume of my initial loop down. Also go into my mixer and turn my metronome down a little bit. Now I could continue looping that, but I won't, I'll just stop it. So next time I hit it, I'll start a new track. Let's go find some bass. Got a 3. Take the mix down on that bass. Actually, what I'll do, because I'm not stopped, I need to press that. So while we're here now, let me tell you about these mute groups. This is Cool Beans. We can assign any of our recordings, and there's 6, our first 5 are there, and then we've got number 6 to 10 on there. But we can assign any of these to groups. So I know I'm still looping, Colin. I've sussed it out now. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, so to assign to a group, all we need to do is hit the little drop down here. And let's assign, I don't know. Actually, no, let's leave that unassigned. And I'll group this with group B. I think this one with B as well. So now we've got group B, group B. So we can mute now everything bar group B or just group A like that, or unmute them. So we can build different styles up here. So you see, we've also grouped the volumes as well. So I don't want to keep that neither. So what I'll do next is I'll show you how to record something, and then you can export it, and I'll show you what it looks like in the files app. It's dead easy. It's dead good, actually, because it means you can use your step. My monitor in front of me is having a freak out. Hang on. Just see if I can sort that out. It's it's changing color by itself. Blinking computers, man, innit? Computers. I'll just have to ignore it. Right, okay, so what I was going to do, right, record something else. So I'm going to this. So you see how it's very, very easy to use. Very, very, very simple. No, I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to fix this monitor, guys. Bear with us a sec. It's freaking me out. It's freaking me out. Freaking me out, it is. Although that may not have fixed it, but it does this occasionally. What it does, it just starts changing color on its own. It's mad. So let's go back. I mean, you're getting the idea of how easy this is to use. It's just super, super simple. Looking good. I only just bought the other loop. I mean, loopers. There are lots and lots of different loopers. It's kind of guess it's what you what you want, isn't it? You know, you can. I mean, loopers are good for getting ideas down. You know. Let's see what we've got here. Oh no, let's do something silly. Let's, instead of try to anything like this, I'm gonna record some sort of like it. Right, okay, so I'll also I'll change the rhythm so you can hear something a little bit different. Now, what I will say is the loops don't record the metronome, okay? So when you go into your Files app, your beat that's part of the loop, that won't be there, you know? So you've got to, that's what something else you've got to be sussing out. Right, so again, I'll leave it on 1 bar. I shall change the tempo just for fun this time, so we can go in here. We can change the tempo down to, say, 100. What this needs, right, guys, if you're watching, is a fine adjustment on the tempo. That would be very cool. So let's see. Let's go back to our loop and let's go 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2 bar loop. So you've recorded your your little loop now with a few more things. Yes, the Yamaha's cheesy vocals. Right, where was I? Oh yeah. No, no, we've got this. So don't want to quit. I want to go to my little file icon here for saving. So we'll give this a name, and in respect to Hozza, we'll call it cheesy vocal. We'll call it cheesy choir. Cheesy choir. There we go. And then we can just put save there. And okay, save successful, cool. So now what you can, if we go back to our main thing here, we could just like kind of, we've got this, just delete the whole lot. But if I go back to my little files browser now, I could go, oh well, cheesy choir still is, so I could load it back in, and you see it goes to the file browser here, and this is called Shuffle One Loop. That's the project file, and these are the individual. But if I go to One Loop there, you'll see Cheesy Quiet is there, and it has 5 items. Also, Skibby Bap Boo, which is something I did earlier. I'm in a mood for cheesy vocals. Skibby bap boo bap diddly bap boo, and then one called Shuffle. So loading in is nice. We could open this, but because we've got the waves, you see, our stems are available from the Files app into whatever we want. So if I went back now and just loaded back in, okay, load successful, and we should have our Now you're not limited. As far as I know, I recorded for quite a long time. I know. I recorded for quite a long time, so we can do a test on that. But it may be Gabriel will tell us if what the limitation is to record the initial loop, because all other loops after that will be of that length, just like a normal looper. Well, you kind of don't set that; you just play, which is quite nice. Although it might be nice to say, well, I'd like it. I don't really make any difference, does it really? But it might be nice to have an option to set the initial But if we go into our files section now, and let's go to load, we can go back up to One Loop's main folder, and let's listen to. So I did 4 layers, and this is me. This was me. Seriously, I was just messing around earlier downstairs with me, the headphone, the earpiece mics, the phones. So load successful. So don't expect anything marvelous here. But you've got let's see what we've got in the layers going on here. Might have done a little bit of mixing. It would be nice if there was an adjustable pre-beat record option. It would be if playing before the first beat. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's got counting, so you can start when you like. You can set the counting up to 4 bars, but I know what you mean. Right. So here's me. That is mind-bogglingly annoying, isn't it? But anyway, my point is here. The metronome was EDM-B2, but if I take it out enable during playback, I don't need that metronome in there, if you know what I mean. I don't need the beat in there. And I group them as well, so. That's what I did. That was Skiddly Bop Bo, and that was just when I was messing around with some of the effect sounds, which we shall have a look in a sec. So the other thing I did, which was, if I load there now, was shuffle the chorus of my Bad Muppets, which was shuffle. This is like the file to load the whole project back in, sort of thing, which is nice. We load this. Oh no, I've done it, haven't I? Right. Okay, cancel that. Doug. Dink. Dink, 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 and. So that's how you load your what's it's in. So let's see how long we can. Let's go for a fair distance. Let's not go completely limited to 60 seconds in the. Oh well, blinking heck, 60 seconds, flipping heck. That's enough, innit? Let's have a. I mean, this is enough to do something like. Let's see. Oh, yeah, a couple of things I would have suggested. Timeline tuning would be nice, but also in the layers, it would be... Right, I'll show you what I mean. And these are all little things, guys, that you might think about. I'm talking to Caelum Audio now. Might consider adding, which would just make it a little bit you know, even more usable sort of thing. So let's record a little bit of let's try another. So we've got a basic metronome. Like all metronomes, they are just ludicrously annoying. Do you know what I mean? You don't want metronomes to just they butter pants off me. So it's lovely having some beats going on. It's really, that's very, very good. It's dead good, that is, actually. I really like that. So let's go. Let's record a couple of 8 bars or something. I don't know. In fact, what I will do, I'll show you this now. If I take my so basically a dry piano sound, no reverb. If we go into our effects now, see that, but these are global, guys. Okay, you have a nice noise threshold. So if you're in a noisy environment like you're thinking and you just want to bop along, this is very cool because you can set the attack release threshold and you can set your threshold up properly, your noise, and it has an EQ, and it has a bus compressor, and these are output effects, the reverbs and the bus compressor. So if you've got like some, you know, because mainly I think guys were aiming for taking this outside and recording stuff on the fly sort of thing, which is very, very cool. You can get some nice textures and scapes going and things like that. Well, that's brilliant. That's what you want. Take it out on your phone. It's universal. Take it out on your phone, you know. Okay, and then you have reverb. Not amazing, but it's still a reverb, which is better for your voice when you're outside, you know. And I think the full unlock is only $3.99, so I don't think it's. I think it's nice for a universal looper, you know. So let's go back to what I said I was going to do. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. It's easy, and I can see what's going on. So I think we've basically covered everything, folks. The input level is your, you know, your input level. Your master level, obviously the master for everything. The loop level. Lovely to have the drums on the metronome. The only thing I would have said was this thing here. That was me re-recording that bit of what's over the top of that. Here's the thing. I would like to be able to see, and I couldn't find this. When you're in this section, to delete the last thing recorded, right? That's what you do. I would like to see. I would like to be able to delete individual tracks, you know, on the actual board here, you know, maybe where it says on group, you could have a delete or a swipe to the left delete. So you could, so say for instance, you recorded like further down, maybe you were on track 6 or track 7 or something, and you thought that sounds great, but it really don't fit with it. Instead of like just turning the volume down, which is an option, maybe an option just to delete that, or maybe even re-record it. But then you see we're getting into the realms of what's it then, we, you know, doors, and it's not a door, it's a looper. So I just wanted to emphasize one more time as well. Let me just record something very quickly. 3, 4. once you've done that, right, the second overdub you record will follow that, I don't know, whatever it was, 2 bars. But then you can continually record over those 2 bars without taking up another one of your tracks, if you know what I mean. So excellent ideas on delay, deleting and trimming. Yeah, I mean, not even, I don't even, you know, I think they'd be just really nice touches, Gabriel, you know what I mean? Just like, just sweet. Little sweet tidbits of info, you know what I mean? Little bits and like, oh, I can do this and do that, you see. See, because there's a lot of loopers out there, you know, you kind of got to do something. But I do like just one big button to press. It's very nice. But let's do this. Let's carry on. So, see, it's just going to carry on. So now I've built up all those with just like playing one note every time the loop passed back around on itself. I haven't used any more of my tracks sort of thing. Which is very, very cool beans. Sean's asking me, what's your favourite looper now? I so refuse to answer. Everybody knows my favourite looper is Group the Loop. But it's, to be honest with you, Group the Loop is more like a DAW now than a looper, because you can use AUV3s, you can have different sections. Honestly, it's literally more like a DAW. Well, it's not as fast as this, just to go, doom, 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 get an idea, you know, get an idea down, bang, done. That's fantastic. That's what I like. I like the immediacy. I like loopers that are immediate. I also like, for anyone who wasn't here at the beginning, let me also show you again. I want to show you the, you've got like, oh, let's see what we've got. Channel routings, the MIDI. Oh, thanks, Ampaps. You are the man. Top geezer. Thank you so much. Assign MIDI, right? You can assign MIDI to every single parameter in this. Everything. So you've got the function there, the assign note there. You've got like not assigned, but you can, if you've got a MIDI controller, either whether it be a Bluetooth MIDI controller, that's the way you want to be going with this. You can have a pedal attached to, well, just everything, you know, start, stop, all of it. Look. The groupings, the layers, everything. You can assign everything. And that is really, really, for a looper, that's really key, especially if you're a guitarist, because you want to be stopping and starting the loops with your feet. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, sorry about that. Right, anyway. I am going to go now, guys. Thank you for joining me this evening to watch One Loop by Caelum Audio. And thank you to Caelum Audio for joining us here. Thanks to Ampaps for just super chatting me in. Thank you so much. Thanks to Hozza888, Visuals, Paisley Kings, it's Beat One that gets messy, How to Avoid. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Let me just say, I don't usually have a problem with Beat One. Let's just turn up. Just let me get my volumes right again. Right, so let's go back to our looper now. So it'll give me a 2-bar counting. 3, 4. That's... Well, I know what you mean, but you know, hey ho, what can you do? I think it's good. I'm approving this app. Not that anybody cares whether I approve an app or not, you know. Bought this earlier, but not had a chance to play with it now. I've had an idea. You see, for Colin, listen to this, Colin. What if you did something like this, right? Let me just go to like this would be cool. This would be cool, guys. Listen to this. I've done it again. I mean, let me just find a little. All right, distortion. Oh, that's a bit loud, isn't it? Oh. Actually, that lead feedback sound might be nice. So this is what I'm saying, right? Something like this for you, because Colin's genius with you see, but you see, Sean, you say you'll think you'll wait till it's AUV3, but at that point, why do you really need a looper? You know, because you can record everything into a DAW, or do you know what I mean? I think the best way to use loopers is to take them out, or just capture ideas with them and overdub them. Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna start wanting to use them as AUV3s and stuff, I can't really see the point, you know. But anyway, that's me. Anyway, listen. 2, 3, 4. So I'm just pressing one note now. So now we've gone all harmony guitar. And I'd need like 20 million fingers to play that now, you know what I mean? In fact, I couldn't do it anyway because it's a monophonic sound. Guys, I'm definitely going to go, but I think that I like that idea of being able to harmonize one note, but not use your track. Once your initial loop is set, you're really good to go. You know what I mean? Anyway, it is a free version. You can try it for free. And if it doesn't fit your thing, but I guess, biased opinion, I'm not really sure. I mean, as a personal thing, I think it would definitely benefit one loop if it was AUV3 anyway, because there are uses, aren't there, for everything. You know, it would be, I just like think it's marvelous now, the amount of choice we have with all these different things we've got and everything, and it's it's cool. But I can definitely see your point. But I personally, for me, would never ever use a looper as an AUV3, and we've got one on the Enzo. I found that a little bit difficult sometimes to use, and we've got our multi-track recorder now from 4 Pockets. for AUM, basically. Anyway, but yeah, but I think I like it. It's very good. Anyway, you're very welcome, by the way, Gabriel and guys. It's a pleasure. I love doing things like this because it's so easy. They're easy to learn. They're intuitive. There's not a million things to see. In fact, it's so clear that it's very difficult not to understand. Oh, this is loads easier than Enzo but Enzo's a little bit more complex. It does a lot more different kinds of strange things. Guys, I'm going to go. Thank you very, very much for joining me this evening, and I will see you all very, very, very soon. Bless you all. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Paisley. Thank you, Paisley Kings. Thanks, Colin, for joining us. Caelum Audio, Sean, Colin, everybody, Daniel, Amp Apps, and everybody at Hozza and everybody else who was here earlier. Right. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you later. Ta-ta.